There we go.
Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is a number of come-along techniques. We're going to just do a regular arm come-along, which could be led into a gooseneck or reverse gooseneck. So a typical arm come-along would be I have his wrist. Whenever I have his wrist, I don't ever want to really grab it. So if I grab it and he pulls, he's pulling my arm with me. If I have it trapped with my fingers all together and he pulls, I can still have that control, but he's not controlling me. So I have that wrist long side. I have his elbow here, so if I can do kind of like a quick little elbow lock, I'm also going to keep the trap of his shoulder. The primary danger here is him turning into me and throwing a punch. So I want to stop that. So if he starts resisting, the first thing I'm going to do is kind of just shoulder bumping forward to stop that punch. If he throws that punch, I do that, it stops it right dead in its tracks. While he is thrown forward, I'm going to take this hand, hit at his elbow, and bring his arm in. I'm going to change over, grab his knuckles, and here. Now I don't want the closest side hand because he can reach over, grab my fingers, and pry him off. So if they're covered, he tries to grab these fingers, not a big deal. Then from here, this is where the lock is. Now if you look at it sideways, that's the reason it's called the gooseneck, is because it looks like gooseneck. Right across here, and I want it to be in the center of my body and tight at a 45-degree angle, because there's not a really good lock here, and then down here is just nothing. Too high is not a lock. 45, you can just see from the look on his face, I can use these two fingers. I can cause a lock. So if I have it here, I have that lock real nice. So now if he really tries to mess with me, I'd crank that arm, that would stop that punch. From here, I can turn into him like this and cause a takedown, wrist lock that way. Or I can straighten him back up into another arm bar, just like this, step in front of him, push him down in front of me, and from here, I'd break his elbow in, and I'd put my knee, not on his neck, but on his shoulder, with his elbow in my groin, to where I can control this arm. At this point, I'd say cross your feet, give me your other hand. Now he's being compliant. He's already had pain, he's being compliant now. From here, I can cuff him, I can search him real quick for weapons, roll him up, and then stand him up. Now, the other come along is the reverse gooseneck. If this is the regular gooseneck, reverse would just be upside down. So from here, I do the same setup here. I'd break it in, but whenever it comes in, I would take his fingers, turn his wrist over, and trap his fingers in a wrist lock. Give him instant arthritis by grabbing his fingers. Same thing here. If he causes that resistance, I can lock him here. Of course, if he starts resisting, I can straighten him back out, that same takedown, follow up with the same cuffing. Or, just like earlier, I can take his wrist, make him eat it over his shoulder, and do this way. So, we'll just do it real quick, kind of speed it up. Say he's locked up with somebody. This is real good if he's locked up. I can grab him, take him straight back. He starts resisting. I break him in. I start walking him. He starts giving me resistance. I just take him straight down. And then I have it here. So practice that for a while and see how you like it. Take it slow. It does hurt the wrist quite a bit, so go practice it.